Kazakhstan, a country that boasts abundance in resources, unique nature, and of course kind and welcoming people. Located in the heart of Eurasia, Kazakhstan has always been a center for attracting the bravest, strong-spirited, and entrepreneurial people. By charging it the country with energy, realizing the boldest of projects, and introducing the newest technologies, these people are changing the face of modern Kazakhstan. Our today's program is about those who decided to tie their lives with our country and about their business. Perhaps even a person who is not very strong in geography will be able to easily find Italy on the map. The famous boot is located in the center of the Mediterranean region in the south of Europe. It is washed by the Ligurian and the Tyrrhenian seas. Sicilia, Sardinia, and the Alps are also here. Fate brought the heroes of our program together not in the Alpine meadows, but at the foothills of the Transilya Latau in the city of Almaty. They are not tourists and did not come to Kazakhstan seeking new experiences. They came here to start their own businesses, expand them, share their knowledge and business experience, and make their contribution to the development of a country that they have come to love. Alberto Simoncini, the head of the Dalicini Company, OSCE advisor during presidential elections, Italian Embassy advisor in economic and political affairs, strategic advisor to the European Union Embassy, financial strategy expert on the OSCE project in Central Asia. In 2008, Alberto came to Kazakhstan. Here he met the love of his life, got married, and since then has been working in our country. Mr. Simoncini heads the Italian Trade Chamber. Thanks to the activity of this organization, more Italian companies are appearing on Kazakhstan's markets.
Бизнес в Казахстан – это не так тяжело, как в Европе или США.
It is not as hard for a foreigner to start a business in Kazakhstan as it is in Europe and the US. You can open a new company in 3 to 4 weeks, and it entails less bureaucracy. This is important for someone who is starting a business. And secondly, the devaluation that happened in 2015 was an opportunity for foreigners. The costs of labor are lower, and of course it is less expensive to start a new business.
Стоимость рабочих услуги это меньше, и, конечно, меньше расходы для строить новый бизнес.
Alberto Simoncini was born and grew up in Italy, in a small town of Lajatico. After completing his university studies, he started to quickly climb up the career ladder, worked in many countries, and did not stay anywhere for too long. I found out about Kazakhstan through work. I had an offer from Moscow, Dubai, and Almaty. I knew about Moscow and Dubai, but never heard about Almaty. I decided to Google it, and it was a surprise, because it's a different culture in a different country. I started looking for the first opportunities and had a job. I met a woman from Kazakhstan, and we got married. I discovered other pluses of living here as well. Alberto Simoncini discovered a lot of other advantages, not just as a person, but also as a businessman. Thanks to his big work experience in other countries, he was able to compare. As a business person, Alberto put his bid on Kazakhstan. This is where he decided to start a family, a business, and a new life. According to him, the country offers all the needed conditions for becoming a successful and thriving person. And this is not because of the concessions that the government offers to foreign investors. I do not think that the state should not help foreigners in material terms. The state offers the following concessions in the form of corporate and income tax relief. There is a 0% tax rate on land and property. The state should give foreigners an opportunity to start their business, and this is the case in Kazakhstan. Also guarantee that foreign entrepreneurs can work undisturbed, and this is also the case in Kazakhstan. In addition, the state offers a subsidy. It returns 30% of the sum invested into construction and assembly works. These are the main concessions that are offered to investors. Italians are usually like one big family, and this is especially noticeable when they're far away from home. That is why when abroad a person from Italy hears a stranger speak their native language, they can be confident that this is their friend. This is exactly how the friendship started between Alberto and Giorgio Palazzi, the chef of the Pomodoro restaurant. I met Giorgio on my first day in Kazakhstan. Alberto really likes Kazakhstan because this country is very open to foreigners, especially to Italians. The mentality of people is very similar. For example, we're also very welcoming and easygoing. After 5 minutes of meeting someone, we can already invite them into our home. So the people here are very similar to people in Italy. Year in and year out, Kazakhstan's economy is developing. Our country is becoming more attractive for foreign investors, including entrepreneurs from Italy. We thought that there's a need for an association where everyone from Italy or Kazakhstan can get help on building their business relations with these companies. First, we started establishing the structure of organization, opened an office in Almaty and Astana. Started working with the embassies in Astana and Rome. Then we started working with the affiliates of our association in Rome, Milan and Venice. We already have 50 Italian companies in our association. We're helping more than 10 companies in outsourcing services, accounting, taxes, and 3 large projects with Transgas and the European Bank.
В Казахстан с компания Transgas и BRR, Европейская банка по реконструкции и развитию.
The Chamber of Commerce is a friend and a helper. The main mission of this organization is to make Kazakhstan more accessible to Italian investors who are more eagerly coming to our country. When you start a business in another country, you should know its laws, bureaucratic specificities, and potential partners. In this respect, the Italian Chamber of Commerce is helping out a lot, because it is very important to know the specificities of doing business here. Italian investors are bringing new ideas, technologies, and their culture to Kazakhstan. A bright example is the appearance of restaurants which serve true Italian dishes. Eating is the most important activity for Italians. It is part of culture, and the whole world knows about it. Pasta, pizza, and of course, a person like Giorgio is our ambassador. He's not just a chef, but also the ambassador of Italian culture in Almaty. We have an idea of starting up a franchise. Pomodoro is already a brand, and many are interested in it. A pizza restaurant is a good business, fast and not difficult to manage. Pomodoro is a serious restaurant. It's another business. It is more difficult, but I know some people who want to open a restaurant and a pizza place in Aktau, Astana and Karaganda. This is my dream, a chain of pizza places and restaurants across all of Kazakhstan. Giorgio Palazzi graduated in economics, dreamed of becoming a chef since childhood. He came to Kazakhstan to work at a consulting company, married a citizen of our country, and moved with her to Italy. But very soon he returned to open his own chain of restaurants. One of the main aims is to accustom the people of Kazakhstan to real Italian cuisine. He's confident that the cultures of Italy and Kazakhstan have a lot in common. When Marco Polo arrived here in Asia, he personally met Genghis Khan. And Genghis Khan was not a simple person. He could have easily ordered to kill Marco Polo. But they established a very good friendship, became like brothers. I think it's because their mentalities were very similar.
Ви знаєте, на позволение 9 лет Казахстан изменил сильно. Изменил инфраструктуру первые, новые дороги.
You know that in the last 9 years, Kazakhstan has changed a lot. New roads, new buildings. Astana was very different back then. And the second thing that changed are opportunities.
Изменили возможности. Извините, могу на телефон?
Oh, can I answer? This is my father. I have to answer.
Pronto, babbo, ciao, come va?
Pronto? Ma dove sei stamani? Sei sempre in Kazakhstan, Almaty?
Alberto Simoncini spent his childhood in the small town of Lajatico in the Tuscany region near the city of Pisa. He comes here often to visit his father, Flavio Simoncini. Alberto lived with me until graduating from university. He was a great student, served in the army as a paratrooper. After university, he immediately started working and then moved to Kazakhstan. He built up a good career there. Yes, my son is far away, but the most important is that he has a family. A great wife, Zarina, and 2 children, Magdalena and Cesare, and they're Kazakh.
Maddalena e Cesare. E loro sono tutti quanti kazaki. questo è il certificato di...
Flavio is proud of the achievements of his son. He says that even as a child, Alberto was persistent and hardworking. He took 2 buses to school. And when he decided to enter university, in just 3 months he got his math skills to the needed level because he studied at a school with a focus on humanitarian sciences and just didn't study exact sciences.
Si mise 3 mesi e prendendo dei libri del liceo. Il Kazakistan.
I have been to Kazakhstan twice. My son showed me Almaty. I think that it is a beautiful city, and it's a country with great prospects. There are a lot of people and a lot of possibilities. When I was staying with them, Zarina's family, the wife of my son, welcomed me with great warmth, gave so many gifts. And every day the entire big family is always with us.
Di tutto, perché a cosa ho visto c'è...
Flavio is not worried about his son. A good career, successful business, close family, and stability in the country that he lives in. Yes, Kazakhstan is far away, but the most important is that his son is happy and is confident about the future. I'm very glad that my son is working in Kazakhstan, happy with his work with the Chamber of Commerce. Because in 2017, Kazakhstan will be hosting Expo. I saw Kazakhstan's pavilion at Expo 2015 in Milan and was very impressed. They presented products and services of very high quality. And this is not just my opinion, other guests of the exhibition also said this.
Era a Milano, quindi si è visto la grandiosità. Alberto, ti saluto, dai un bacio a bimbi.
Alberto, give the children a kiss. I do not even know when I will come to visit you again, but I'm waiting for you and the family to come visit me in the summer. Greetings to your wife and all the relatives, as well as all Italians in Almaty. We will see each other soon.
No, вы знаете, мой папа учил меня 2 главные вещи. Первые вещи, что...
My father taught me 2 important things. Work and you will achieve. He was an example for me. And the second, respect your wife and family.
Второе, это директ примерно для меня, как уважаете супруги и семья.
Eternal values, rich culture, century-old traditions. This is what attracts creative people to Kazakhstan. I would say that Carmina Barbaro, who you know today, is not the same person who he was before coming to Kazakhstan. Carmina Barbaro, president of the Dante Alighieri Committee in Almaty, Director General of Educational Center, a teacher of Italian language with many years of experience. I had everything in Italy: a home, family, business. I left it all and came to Kazakhstan to learn about the culture of the people, find a meaning in life, a philosophical meaning. For 13 years he taught Italian at the Kazakh University of International Relations and World Languages, named after Aghain. At the moment he's teaching at the Arts Academy named after Turgenev. He's fluent in Russian. Received the Order of the Star of Italy for his contribution to the prestige of Italian Republic. A member of Kazakhstan's Academy of Arts. Concerning my artwork, my colleague artists in Kazakhstan helped me. They gave me such energy that I was able to continue a new path in my art. Carmina sees a great difference in the relation to history in Kazakhstan and Europe. When he got a real opportunity to find out new facts about contacts between Kazakhstan and Italy, he immediately decided to take part in the project. As part of the delegation of Kazakhstan's Ministry of Culture, I took part in the research of secret documents of the Vatican. The main aim was to find evidence of ties and contacts between Italy and Kazakhstan. Initially, we found ties going back to the 9th century. Rafis Abazov, a professor of Columbia University, after many years of work in Kazakhstan, in the secret archives of the Vatican and the Jesuit order, found before unknown to national historians unique maps, which depict the territory of modern Kazakhstan. Many business people from Italy call me first of all to find out about the possibilities of working here, establishing a business and creating new jobs. I always help. And with the information on the laws, especially since we know that in the recent times, the government and President Nazarbayev created such a business environment. How can you say no? Tax relief for the first 4 years. If you need to build premises, you're offered the land for free. Preferential terms for investors include customs duties on imports of technological equipment for a period of up to 5 years. All the conditions are in place. This is perhaps the only country in the world. I really do not know of another country that sets such conditions for those who are serious about their business. Every year, Kazakhstan continues to prosper. A fairy tale city, a dream city. Today, many cities in this country can be described like this without hesitation. Undoubtedly, this is the achievement of talented architects and designers.
It was a friend of mine who had...
I ended up here by accident. My friend who owns a restaurant here invited me. I came and saw a country with huge economic growth and big prospects. I really like Almaty, and this is how I ended up here.
And so I started working here.
Salvatore
Autorino, an architect, graduate of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Has a lot of work experience in architectural design companies all across the world. In 2003, he came to Kazakhstan and became the managing director of Autorino and Associati. At that time, the city was experiencing a boom in growth. There were a lot of people who wanted something new and were ready to pay for it. And the work of an architect, of course, requires expenses. We came and discovered a great number of potential clients who needed a truly good architect.
Clients who were really desperate to get nice architecture.
It is easy for me to work with Salvatore. We think alike. When we meet, we discuss our ideas very quickly, do not stop and do not debate for too long. I can see that we're thinking in the same direction. That is why it is very easy to work with him. We have great plans for the future. Perhaps these will be object-specific projects, in terms of design, architecture, design of yachts. We do not have any limitations in terms of field of work. We already agreed on creating some interesting things, without restrictions and limitations. That is why I cannot yet say what this will be, but we're going to change the world. Who are these Italian Kazakhstanis and Kazakhstani Italians? It is already hard to tell. At some point in time, each one of them came to Kazakhstan with the hope of investing their capital and did not make a mistake. And not just financially. Here they found good friends, respect, and state support. It was here in the boundless steppes of Kazakhstan where their lives took on new colors and new horizons and possibilities opened up. Kazakhstan is a young country, but the mentality of its people already entails a readiness to accept a new culture. It is constantly changing, just like the menu of my restaurant. Business is also growing and taking on new tempos of development. But the most important is that traditions are not forgotten here. And this is very important. I'm a traveler. In 25 years, I have traveled across many countries of the world. And at the moment, I have 2 homes. One in Italy and one here.
One is in Italy and one is here.
Для меня Казахстан – это очень странная и интересная страна. Это азиатская страна. Ну, люди относятся, работают.
For me, Kazakhstan is a very peculiar and interesting country. This is an Asian country, and Islam is the main religion. But people work and relate just like in Europe. This is the first time that I see 3 different concepts of culture in one country. And this for me was a shock. A lot of ethnic groups living together peacefully. This is respect. 120 ethnicities. For me, this is peculiar, but also great.
120 народи, как есть в Казахстане, что разные религии, разные традиции, культуры, что могут жить беспокойно в Казахстане, это отлично.
Казахстан для меня...
For me, Kazakhstan is a place where I found myself.
Место, где я нашел себя.
We speak different languages. Our countries are separated by tens of thousands of kilometers. But we perfectly understand each other. Italians are generously sharing their experience, culture, and traditions. Kazakhstan has offered them a wonderful opportunity for the realization of the most bold projects. Now they're not just guests, they're one of us.